Bum 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 bum. Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. So a few of my subscribers sometimes make comments on some things that I talk about that happen at the workplace. I should have done this. I should have done that. You know what? It'd be a lot easier if I didn't have so much writing on the line. So, for example, I'm on vacation here in Taiwan, and I find that a conflict has a much different weight here than it does when I'm back home. So this morning, I actually resolved a conflict. I had a roommate who got very irate because I moved in here yesterday. He because of me moving in and having some things in the room, it caused him to get confused about where his stuff was, and he couldn't find a few things, and he was irate. And to add to the confusion, he's a foreigner. He doesn't speak English or Chinese very well, and it added to a lot of tension to both of us. And even with the language barrier, I was able to help him find what he needed to find. And then I went to uh, find out if maybe it'd be best if we could switch beds or something like that. And it turns out he's leaving soon, so it's no big deal now. But this is the kind of problem solving attitude I wish I could have at work. At work, it sometimes does not go as well because I actually need the financial aspect of work, right? If work were just a hobby, I think I would actually do it a whole lot better. I actually do. That's why I want you guys to pray for me. I got another big art piece coming up. Yesterday, I started some Mondrian art, and I have a big idea. When I get home, hopefully the tariffs will end soon, because I want to pour a really big bismuth geode, 15, 20 pounds. Yesterday, I found a hemisphere pot, 18 centimeters in diameter, and I hope to pour a large bismuth geode out of it. Uh, I hope to pour a few because I want to offer one as a reward for the next person to set me up on a blind date back home in the United States. Because the last time around, I got a lot of good traction from that. But I'm not sure if I'm going to restart that program again. It all depends on how the rest of the trip plays here in Taiwan plays out. Let's not jinx that right now, but that's an option. And and then hopefully as I pour a few to use as the rewards, I'll perfect my skill anyway. And not sure how that geode's going to turn out, but we're going to give it a try. Hopefully the tariffs will end as well. Now, I want to free myself because a lot of times what should be good problem solving and good working at work gets pigeonholed by the fact that I need to tiptoe around a lot of things, right? So, for example, had this conflict happened at the workplace, would I try to resolve it? Sure, but I'd also have to weigh that against any risk, right? Here, the biggest risk is I just have to pack my bags and go 2 blocks down to another hostel, right? Compared to the kind of risk that I have, it really stifles my creativity. The amount, the fact that I depend on my paycheck really stifles my creativity. I will confess to that, and I think it stifles a lot of people's creativity. I guarantee there's a cure for cancer that has been lost because somebody had to tiptoe around their way around work. I guarantee there's been other things that have been lost, right? Uh, you know, been, I don't know the solution to that because I guarantee I'm not the only one affected by it. I wish we had a society where people didn't have to tiptoe like this because I want people to be bold and come up with the great problem solving and great innovation, right? And so, unfortunately, I live in a state of constant having to tiptoe, and it really stifles everything.